and it's an indoctrination. It's even happening in our schools where, I mean, the majority of teachers are women, right? And if a little boy who has a raging testosterone levels are starting to go, he's going to act out. He's going to be rambunctious. He's going to be loud. What do they do in school? Oh, this kid's a problem. Let's pump him full of Adderall or some medicine, right? It's an attack on boys.
What are they supposed to do if this kid's acting out, in your opinion?
Well, I'm sorry?
What are they supposed to do when the kid's acting out, in your opinion?
What are they supposed to do with them?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I mean, you could put him in detention if you want, but that's not going to do anything.
That's not going to do anything.
I would try to channel his energies into something more creative and constructive instead of trying to bash him down and lower that energy and in many ways creativity. You know, you're frustrated maybe. But there's no individuals anymore. You can't look at a child like that and go, wow, he needs maybe sports. Maybe he needs to be more physical and tire himself out in the day. Or his mind is bored. He needs to step up from the rest of the people in the class. But then all their parents get mad because why is he special? And why? So it's always the lowest common denominator now. And it's better to just pump him full of drugs and make him a fucking zombie like all the rest of the kids.
That's the very interesting point. I mean, I love that. I mean, if you got kids that are a little bit more rambunctious, right? Think about it. Why are they sitting in classroom learning about a history book back in the 1920s?
Or DNA.
I mean, we're teaching the kids today the same shit we taught them like in the 1930s, right?
Yeah, math.
Yeah. Kids, like these kids.
History. Sure, it's the same.
Get some of these rambunctious kids. Get them outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to be honest with you guys. I don't know about you, but do you guys use anything you learned in high school?
Yes.
Today, I don't. A lot. None of it. Not a single
That's
thing.
because you're an athlete.
Even in college.
You're an athlete. Of course you're not learning what you learned in high school as your job. You're a millionaire because of your skills.
I learned how to hit bombs, cash checks, and bang chicks. That's really what it is.
Not everyone could be an amazing athlete.
Well, then
why not?
Because you're very talented.
Did it. Dustin Pedroia is 5'8". He hits bombs over the Green Monster. What? I mean,
you're saying everyone could be in the major leagues?
I'm sorry?
You're saying everyone can do what you did? You're amazingly talented.
Maybe not what I do, but do something. Every person's gifted at something.
That's bullshit. Have you been outside? Have you ever seen what's walking around these streets?
What you're proposing is this victim mentality.
There's no victim. Some people are losers.
You got this. You were blessed with such a great gift. You got lucky.
You were blessed. You worked very hard and you were blessed.
My gift. I worked hard and I went after my dream. I didn't have a plan B.
Wait. You're telling me your DNA didn't help you with your job?
So my DNA, my entire family is obese. Nobody in my family.
So you don't think your genetics helped you with your career?
Absolutely not.
Okay, that's science.
My family has shit genetics. I work hard. I'm in the gym every day, so I don't turn fat. Right? My dad was. He looked like he's 80 years old at 30. Right?
Your kid wants to come downstairs.
I work hard.
We see you.
Hey, how you doing, man?
And
the dog.
Dog.
Cool.
Okay. I love dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's my guy and dog. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, but what
you were saying DNA has nothing to do with sports.
What you're proposing right now is let's imagine this, like you're in school and you see these liberal beta professors. Hey, if you had a dad who was white and he made over $30,000 a year, take a step forward.
Oh, right.
And take a step forward. And at the end of the drill, you got the kid that, oh, you had white privilege. Fuck off with that. My dad died when I was 6 years old. He was murdered. I grew up in a trailer park with a mom who had 3 jobs. And I hit off a baseball team by myself for 20 years growing up. Ended up making the big leagues without any professional help. Nobody was helping me out. I did this pretty much
you didn't have a coach?
On my own and made it. With
you didn't have a coach?
Plan A, it was either make it or die.
You have a team. It's not chess. You have a team. What are you talking about?
None of this victimhood mentality bullshit. I'm sick of hearing it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Are you a crazy person?
I agree. You gotta take whatever talents you have.
There's no I in baseball.
Be motivated. And there is an element, I've always said, a little sprinkle of luck that goes in. There's a lot of instances where I've noticed successful people have a right time, right place story. But that doesn't take away from their abilities. And you can't just have somebody go, oh, you're going to be this, and then you sit there and do nothing.
That's true.
You have to perform. You have to be able to
work. Even if you do have the good genes.
There is a little bit of luck, but you create more luck the harder you work, right? I mean, honestly, I got drafted out of University of Miami by the Tampa Bay Rays, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, that sucks being drafted by the Rays." But I got lucky in the sense that the Rays were such a shitty team at the time that I went through the minor league system like that because I was a prospect and I got to the big league quickly. If I would have got drafted by the Yankees, so to speak, I would have been
you'd be on the farm team
prospect
forever.
burning in the minor leagues while chasing zombies at first. They're paying for all these high-priced free agents. So there is a little bit of luck, 1,000%. But I wouldn't have gotten lucky if I didn't work hard to get to that college at University of Miami to be in that position.
Well, you're not going to get the luck sitting on your ass at home. I get that.
That's right.
Yeah,
you can't sit there, expect the government to hand shit out to you, food stamps, fucking free iPhones, Obama phones, all that shit, and expect to get lucky and be successful. Bullshit.
How did you get a scholarship to go to school? That's really awesome that you got to do that.
So in high school, I don't know how much you guys know about high school baseball, but I hit 300 my senior year with 1 home run. I hit lower in the lineup. I was a shortstop, skinny hitting shortstop, and I didn't get drafted by any big baseball team. I had no clue what I was going to do in my life, but I love baseball. I heard about a walk-on at a junior college in Vernon, Texas. I walked on. Coach told me, "Hey, I like your swing. You'll make the team. You'll be a backup shortstop, but probably nothing else. You got 3 months to beef up to show me something." I ended up, but that 3 months, all I did was lift weights, eat a shit ton of food, and practice. By the time that season rolled around, 3 months, I had gained 25 pounds. I was 6'4", 230. I won the starting job because the first baseman had a little slump, ended up taking over first, hit 415 with 17 home runs and made all conference.
You don't think your genes had anything to do with you being 6'4"?
It happened like that.
The fuck's he talking
Because I didn't. Most people in high school, when they hit 300 with 1 home run and didn't have any chance, would have walked away, worked in the oil fields. I didn't do that. I kept going because I loved it. They were going to have to rip a fucking jersey off my back. And I found a place to play, and it clicked. It finally clicked. And too many people give up too easy because they want the instant gratification, the instant success, the instant health. They're not willing to put time into anything, and that's the biggest problem with our country.
Yeah, instant gratification.
That and the sterilization of the poor.
They want they want things right now. They don't want to work for it. We see it happening. It's destroying the country. We're signing off soon. So, but to thank him for that, you are so rude.
Let's look at his Wikipedia. You don't think being 6'4" has to do with being successful in baseball?
I'm sure that's part of it, but you could also look at it that being 6'4" and his genetics prevented him from being. Couldn't have been a fighter pilot, too tall. Like, what if he wanted to be a fighter pilot? Genetics would have prevented him from that.
Right. So do you think his genetics helped his sports career?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That I'll agree with.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I mean,
there's plus and minuses.
Big A. Yeah. Let's see Big A going, I want to be
like, I see my role in this country is to completely wipe conservatism off the map. And I see things like this, and now I know why. It's kind of like reminds me of why.
You are, first and foremost, hilarious. Secondly, like that fucking mosquito in your room at night.
That's the
fuck.
According to Jewish tradition, that's how the God thinks of the devil. That it's always buzzing in your ear, trying to get you fucked up things. Yeah, sterilizing them with the.